I'm Frances Judd. I'm a student in EDM 310 at the University of South Alabama. And this is Miss Melinda Long. And she is a former teacher and children's book author. And what would be one connection that you feel you share between technology and your line of work?
Well, I use technology to communicate with my editor, my agent. We email constantly. In the old days, everything was sent off by snail mail, and you waited 3 months for a response. And now it's not instantaneous, but it is a lot faster. I basically send all my manuscripts through email, and uh, pretty quick turnaround on most things like that. Now, if as far as being published. Since I'm already published, it's a little bit easier. If I were waiting for a response on a cold call, so to speak, it would probably be a lot longer. But it is a faster response time, and basically we do everything by computer now.
Yeah. So,
And,
where do you think you draw
uh,
most of your inspiration? Like from childhood, through your kids, through things you find online, or all over?
all over. A lot of it is from my childhood. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of it is from stuff I used to do when I was a kid. For example, the pirates. When I was a little girl, I used to go outside and I would bury my mother's earrings
Did you
and
really?
draw. Yeah, she loved that.
I'm sure. I'm sure. That
And
sounds like what my kid
that was,
does.
oh yeah, typical kid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I always really enjoyed that though. It was fun. Um, Anything that I played as a kid is likely to pop up in a story, but I also find inspiration from my own children. Now, they're adults now, but from the kids around me. And when I was a teacher, I would gather little bits and pieces from the kids I was teaching, even though I taught middle school. It's always good fertile ground for information from
Yeah,
kids.
I'm sure they have some, wild imaginations. How long did you teach for?
I taught for 23 years.
Oh wow, my mom's been a teacher for 40. So, yeah, you stuck in there for a while, huh? Did you use any technology while you were teaching, or was it kind of, was it just coming around when you stopped?
My last 10 years, I'm going to say, we really got heavily into technology. The school I taught in was a Chapter 1 school, and they were really big on trying to get technology into the classroom. So we were well funded for that. The kids used laptops.
Oh, cool.
They got smart boards in the last year I was teaching, but I never was fortunate enough to get a smart board or a Promethean. But we used LCD projectors and all sorts of. The kids even had an internet account that they could log onto at home.
That's cool.
So it was really great.
Did you ever get into blogging, or was that I don't know how new that is, really.
I didn't as a teacher. I do blog now on a regular basis. So I try to make myself. Sometimes I get a little bit lazy, and or I just don't have anything I really want to blog about. But
Right.
generally, I try to do it once a week.
That's cool. Do you use Twitter at all?
I don't Twitter. I have a
I don't
Twitter
blame you.
account. I actually don't like it. I
I know.
I can't say everything I want to say in however many characters it is or
Yeah.
less, and I can't
I'm
do it.
sure that's hard for an author, too. I didn't even think of that, to be
Yeah,
able to.
I have it in my mouth.
Yeah.
But I do book. I do a lot of my writer friends, um, and well, illustrator friends are on Facebook with me, and we communicate that way. So it kind of keeps me up to date on what everybody's doing.
Right. I hear that, once you get into Twitter, it's really all that, but I'm not. I'm with you. I'm not
Yeah.
into it quite yet either. I'll get there. Where do you find your illustrators? Because I noticed that David Shannon's from California, so I was just wondering how. And you're from South Carolina, right?
Yeah,
Me
we're like
too.
across the country.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
exactly.
That's right. I remember you mentioning that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
we
from
actually.
Spartanburg.
Oh yeah, I was born in Spartanburg. Great
Oh,
place.
cool.
Um, you actually don't choose your own illustrator. The
Oh,
publisher makes that decision, which
okay,
is
cool.
cool. Yeah, because they have basically a group of people that they decide to choose from, and they know whose style works with what kind of thing.
That's cool because it
Um,
seems like all your illustrations I mean, it looks like they all come from, sort of the same person. They have like the same style, it seems, or the other.
Well, pirate books are all David Shannon. Those are
Yeah,
all the same style. The others come from different illustrators, but everybody that I've worked with so far has been wonderful.
that's cool.
And you don't really work with your illustrator either. You basically, I send my stuff in, and then they do their stuff.
Oh,
They do
okay.
it on their own, and we don't even talk
Do you email?
ever.
Do you talk through technology? No.
I, no, not really. What happens is because it's like a privacy thing, and it's intended to protect the writer and the illustrator.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, from somebody that's overbearing, you can imagine what it would be like for a writer to send the manuscript in and think, that's not the way I wanted that illustration
Right.
done.
Yeah.
So I really should do it this way. But
Right.
that's not my nature, but a lot of people do feel that way, and I can understand why they would want to protect
Yeah.
the illustrator as well as protect the writer, because you don't want the illustrator bugging the writer every 10 minutes saying, what about if we do it this way?
Yeah.
And not that anybody I've ever worked with would, but it happens, I'm sure. So they keep you apart. You don't ever speak. I've spoken to David Shannon, met him once,
That's
and
cool.
we've
I
had
never knew
emails
that.
just to say hello, but that's it.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know that. I love the Pirates Don't Change Diapers too. I remember my husband read that like as soon as our son came home. It's like you're not a pirate, so you're not getting away with that. Like it's not happening for you. But your books are really cute, and I greatly appreciate you talking to me. And I can't wait to get more of them. And I actually think my mom met you one time. You came to somewhere in Spartanburg, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was like 2-ish years ago. And I think you signed my son's book. It says "Welcome to the Crew" or something. It's cute.
Oh,
It's cute. I appreciate it. Thank you
well,
much.
listen, I've enjoyed talking to you.
All right, thanks a lot. Well, you have a fabulous day.
You too, Francis.
Okay,
Take
bye.
care.